Just got a weather alert for a tornado warning for the next probably 45 minutes or so. So I think I'm gonna hurry up and get this thing done and then head inside, I guess. But I'll be looking around, see if I see anything nasty. So we've got, if not thousands, we got millions of these. From what I can identify, they're called salt marsh caterpillars, and they're a little moth, a little white moth with black spots. And I'm being told we have so many because of the mild winter we've had. But I have never seen the density that I've seen here on my land this year. I think the cycle, the moth only lives for 4 or 5 days, so I guess it turns into a moth, lays eggs, and then it's gone. But it's pretty crazy. I'll show you some more examples in some taller grass. This is on a Mexican hat, and this is the wildflower that just totally takes over my land, and that's one of the reasons I like to mow once in a while to cut high, but it doesn't look like I'm mowing this year. This one is on that evil sticker plant. See if I can zoom in on that. Just the most evilest looking sticker I've ever seen. Anyway, so we got 2 of them on there. I'm walking down. Got another one on a Mexican hat. Got another one hanging out. And then just look at the density here. I mean, you can see the little black specks. It is crazy. So when I was researching it to try to find out what they were, like, it brought up a lot of news articles out of Houston. I'm in the Central Texas area, and Houston's about 4 hours east of us, and the same thing is happening in Houston. And it's making the news. Just crazy. Got another one there. I mean, right here in probably a square foot, we got 4 of them, 5 of them. We're up on this, what I think is a mustard plant. Anyway, that's topic of interest number 1. That's pretty unique. Yeah, I'm gonna break into this segment real quick. So I wanted to show Steve my plug aerator. We had a little discussion on this on a previous video, but I just wanted to show this. It's a pretty brilliant design. You can see it has these discs, and then the plug aerators are bolted onto the disc, so they are removable. Generally what I have to do is every couple of times I use it, I have to sharpen it. And if I get it too pointy, these things will bend over, which kind of makes it a little bit less efficient as far as using it. Like if it rolls over a rock, it'll just bend it over. But the brilliance of it, so I've got all the weight on top, put a bunch of steel pipe up there to help dig it in. But each one of these circles spins independently of each other. So you've got a center pipe going through here, and then this circle is welded to a bigger pipe. So each one spins independently. And I'll probably look for a decade for an aerator, just looking at farm auctions, that kind of stuff. And I found this from a guy who I think he's up in Burnett, Texas, but he goes to the estate auctions, buys stuff he thinks he can resell, and he had it here. But the ones spinning independently, to me, in my mind, it means I can turn it. I mean, when you look at aerators, like if you think about a spike aerator, it's a solid drum going across there with spikes on it, and you can't take corners with it. So because each one of these circles spins independently, it's like I said, a brilliant design. Let me take a picture of see if we can get the brand of it there. Not sure if that's readable or not. Anyway, thanks for looking at this, and back to the other content. Well, here's a topic of interest number 2. This is my deep root zone. This is a very sloped, rocky area, and we actually fenced it off. And just where those cedar trees up there is the neighbor's fence. It was so the terrain was so bad, when I needed to fence off, I just came back down here, left this area as a deep root zone. Nothing happens here. It doesn't get mowed. Nothing happens. Doesn't get seeded. So see all the wildflowers we have that are just from nature. I mean, this is a decade ahead of my wildflower meadow. You can see it just has a lot more flowers in there. Anyway, it looks like a lot of the yuccas, let me zoom in on it, are going to flower this year. See the seed head there. But it just shows that, yeah, I'm building a wildflower meadow and seeding it and stuff, but nature's doing it also, all on their own. Trying to zoom in on some stuff. You can see some flowers that are spent, like that one right there. So those are spent, but we got whites and yellows coming up now. And like I said, the yuccas. This is also the area where I had some signs of the native blackberries. I think everything eats them, from the deer to the cows, even though they're a thorny blackberry, so I hadn't been able to get them established. But this is the area where I saw blackberry coming out of a yucca plant, and I'm like, I thought that was pretty cool. I don't think I'm gonna be able to find it, but you know, the yuccas here, they're very sharp. You could actually pull the leaf off and make a needle and thread with them. I mean, it's got a needle, and you start peeling the leaf back until you have a thread, and you can actually sew with it in an emergency kind of deal. Probably something they did back in the 1800s. Anyway, blackberry plant was growing out in the middle of it, and I'm like, that was brilliant. You know, a deer's not going to stick their nose into that to eat it because they're going to get poked. But as I get wood debris, I kind of put it along the fence here. So you can see here, I guess my theory is, I mean, one, it creates these clumps where the animals can't eat all the grass, and it also is going to catch sediment as stuff's washing down. It should be collecting some of the runoff there to add some topsoil. Looks like a little path here. You can see that right there. It's in between two of them. I don't know if deer are coming through here or raccoons, but there's definitely signs that something is wearing a path through there. Anyway, just wanted to show that to you. This is my, I guess you can call my nature preserve, but I call it a deep root zone. Just let it be, let nature take its course. It's going to provide the seeds to the rest of the land. All right, topic of interest number 3, and this will be the last one, is our milkweed. That's what it looks like. This is where the bees and 2 different butterflies, including monarch butterflies, use this plant. But the interesting thing about this is the seed pod. It's called Antelopes Horn, and it's the most evilest looking seed pod you'd ever see. And I'll probably use that for my avatar for this, but I'm gonna walk around and see if I can find one so I can show you a picture of it. I know that when Zach and them were down building my ponds, there's a captain, man, I can't remember his name. It doesn't matter. He was from Alaska, so he come down, was a third man working on my pond. But he saw that, he's like, never seen anything like it. Thought it was well, didn't know what it was. Anyway, it's the seed pod for it. They open up, and it's like a cotton ball with a bunch of little pieces of cotton in it that all catch the wind and fly down and reseed themselves. But like I said, I'm not going to publish this till I find one so I can show it to you. But here's another example of one. It's right in here with the evil seed, sticker seed. Anyway, I'm going to close out now, but I'll finish off showing you what that seed pod looks like. Y'all have a great day. All right, so I found one. The range of these is from Texas. They're just the lower states. They go from Texas all the way to California on the lower states. But it's called an Antelopes Horn, and I think you can understand why. Probably could call this an alien seed pod or something. Pretty gnarly looking. Anyway, so that's little 3 things of interest happening right now here on my ranch. Y'all have a great day.